Music and Arts Grade 4, Quarter 3, Week 4. Learning competency. Relate stories or narratives as expressed in relevant creative works to properties of sound, theatrical, dance, and visual elements. Learning objectives. Describe how dance, theater, visuals, and sound are used to tell stories. Explore how properties of sound, theatrical, dance, and visual elements enhance Fugtong, a Kalinga folktale narrative. Week 4, Day 1. Good day, Grade 4! Welcome back to another exciting lesson in music and arts. In our previous session, we explored a captivating Kalinga folktale, Fugtong, and how dance, theater, sound, and visuals help tell a story. Today, we will continue to dive deeper into how these creative elements bring narratives to life. As we relate stories to sound, dance, theater, and visual elements, we will see how each one enhances the meaning and emotion of the tale. Get ready to explore and connect even more with the fascinating world of arts. Let's open our minds, stretch our imagination, and discover how every creative work tells a unique story. Are you excited? Let's get started! Now that we've explored the beautiful folktale Fugtong, it's time to dive deeper into the different elements that brought the story to life. For this activity, we'll take a closer look at how music, dance, theater, and visual arts help tell the story and express emotions. Let's start by focusing on each part one by one. Music part. How does the flow of the melody contribute to storytelling? Is it fast or slow? What might be the emotion if the music is fast or slow? How does the musical instrument used contribute to storytelling? How do the vocal sounds contribute to storytelling? How does the flow of the melody contribute to storytelling? Is it fast or slow? What might be the emotion if the music is fast or slow? The melody was slow, which made the story feel calm and sad. When the music was fast, it felt exciting or scary, like something important was about to happen. How does the musical instrument used contribute to storytelling? The drum or gangsa made the story feel intense, like there was a big event happening. The flute and guitar made it sound peaceful and gentle, which matched the calm moments in the story. How do the vocal sounds contribute to storytelling? The voices helped show if the characters were sad, happy, or angry. When they sang softly, it felt like a sad part of the story, and when they sang louder, it felt exciting or powerful. Dance part. Describe the dance movements of the performers. How can different dance movements express emotions and tell stories? How do the arrangement and sequencing of dance movements tell a story? Describe the dance movements of the performers. The performers moved their hands and feet slowly, like they were telling a story with their bodies. Some movements were sharp and quick, while others were smooth and flowing. How can different dance movements express emotions and tell stories? When the dancers moved quickly, it showed they were excited or worried. When they moved slowly, it felt like they were sad or thoughtful. The dance made me feel that what the characters were going through. How do the arrangement and sequencing of dance movements tell a story? The dancers move in a circle, which made it feel like they were telling a story together. Some movements came in a pattern, like a beginning, middle, and end, which helped me understand what was happening in the story. Theater part. Have you seen the body language and facial expressions of the performers? Can you imitate their body language and facial expressions? What do the performers' body language, facial expressions, and stage presence add to the story? Have you seen the body language and facial expressions of the performers? Yes, the performers showed how they felt with their faces. When they were happy, they smiled. When they were sad, they looked down or had a serious face. Can you imitate their body language and facial expressions? Yes, I can pretend to be sad by slumping my shoulders and frowning, or I can look happy by standing up straight and smiling. What do the performers' body language, facial expressions, and stage presence add to the story? The body language and facial expression made the story feel real. When the actors showed their emotions with their faces and movements, I understood better how the characters felt and what was happening. Visual art part. What have you noticed about the costumes and props used in the performance? Describe the design of the costumes and the props. How do the visual arts elements like line, shape, color, texture, perspective, and composition tell a story and express emotions?
Maramitin na ni iso na nga monkey! Wag na nga lang kabuniyan! Kumbali na laot sigurado! Tani pare! Mahila na minobe na oy! Iyama! Ina nagtutura!
What have you noticed about the costumes and props used in the performance? The men wore a bahag, which is a traditional cloth wrapped around the waist, while the women wore a skirt and a traditional blouse. Some characters also had face paint, which made them look even more connected to their culture and the story. The props were made of bamboo, representing a traditional house, which helped set the scene and made the story feel more real. Describe the design of the costumes and the props. The bahag for the men was simple but strong, made from woven fabric with earthy colors like brown and red. The women's skirts were colorful and their blouses were also traditional, with patterns that represented their heritage. The bamboo props were designed to look like the structure of a house, showing how the Kalinga people live in their communities. How do visual arts elements like line, shape, color, texture, perspective, and composition tell a story and express emotions? The lines on the costume were neat and straight, showing the traditional designs. The colors like red and brown represented the mountains and nature, which made me feel connected to the land. The texture of the clothes looked rough and strong, which made me think about the hard work of the people. The composition of the costume with beads and headbands showed that the dancers were part of a rich cultural heritage. Week 4, Day 2. Alright, Grade 4, are you ready for our next fun activity? Today we'll be exploring how art can tell stories without using words. We're going to look at different art forms like dance, theater, and visual art, and think about how they can express stories and emotions. In this activity called The Story of My Life, you'll see pictures that show different art forms. Your job is to guess the story being told through music, dance, theater, and visuals. This is a great chance to use your imagination and creativity, so let's have fun with it. Materials: pictures depicting scenes from different art forms, whiteboard or chart paper, markers or pens. Instructions: explore how different art forms can tell stories without using words. This is through the concept of stories being told through music, dance, theater, and visuals. Show and discuss art forms. Picture or clip. What kind of art form is this? Can you guess what story this picture or clip might be telling? What kind of art form is this? This is dance. It's ballet, where the dancer moves gracefully with special techniques and poses. Can you guess what story this dancer might be telling? The ballerina might be telling a story about a princess or a magical creature in a fairy tale. She looks like she's floating, so maybe she's telling a story about someone going on a dream adventure. What kind of art form is this? This is theater. It's a live performance where actors use their voices, bodies, and expressions to tell a story. Can you guess what story this actor might be telling? The actor could be showing a sad story, like someone who is feeling heartbroken or disappointed. Their face looks really upset, so it might be about someone who has lost something important. What kind of art form is this? This is a painting. It's a work of art where the artist uses paint to create an image on a canvas. Can you guess what story this painting might be telling? The painting might be telling a story about a mysterious woman. She looks calm but also like she has a secret because of her smile. What kind of art form is this? This is music. It's a choir, where a group of people sing together, usually to tell a story or share a message. Can you guess what story this choir might be telling? The choir might be telling a story about a celebration, like a special event or a big ceremony. Their voices could be singing happy or joyful songs to make everyone feel excited. Great job today, everyone! Now, let's take a moment to wrap up what we've learned. On the whiteboard, I've written the 4 art forms: music, dance, theater, and visual arts. Now, I want to hear from you, how can each of these art forms tell stories? Think about what we've seen today. For music, what do you think it can do to tell a story? Does it make you feel something? What about dance? How does movement help express a story? Theater, how do actors' expressions and body language bring a story to life? And with visual arts, how can a painting or a sculpture tell us a story without words? Let's talk about your answers. Music can use different melodies, instruments, and rhythms to create emotions and set the mood of the story. Dance uses movement to show how characters feel or what they're going through. In theater, acting, body language, and facial expressions help tell a story through emotions and actions. And visual arts, like paintings, can show us scenes or characters that help us understand the story just by looking at the image. Remember, all these art forms work together to create powerful stories, and we can experience them in so many different ways. You did an amazing job today using your creativity and imagination to see the stories in each art form. Learners' takeaways. What did you learn from the story of Fugtong? What have you realized about the story of Fugtong? Give one question about the story of Fugtong. Assessment. Written reflection. Write a paragraph summarizing what you learned about Kalinga arts and culture. Creative project. Choose one of the three choices. Create a visual artwork. Write a song or poem inspired by the Fugtong, folktale, and Kalinga tradition. Choreograph a dance inspired by the Fugtong, folktale, and Kalinga traditions. Thank you so much for joining today's lesson, everyone. I hope you had fun exploring how different art forms tell stories. You all did an amazing job using your creativity and imagination. Remember, art is all around us, and it's a great way to express emotions and ideas without using words. If you enjoyed today's lesson, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Teacher Joan. That way you won't miss out on any of our future lessons. Keep practicing, keep being creative, and I'll see you in the next class. Take care and have a wonderful day.